Hi, my name is Verona White. I'm a celebrity hairstylist, and I'm in front of the great man, Erran, who is the owner of Go Choose Detox. I met Erran a couple of years ago, and I had a problem with my hair. Now, I believe in conditioning, I believe in treatments, but I went through a phase where my hair was breaking so bad. Somebody recommended me to Erran, and my life changed because my hair started to grow back. I had bald patches here, like about 9 different bald patches. So I'm going to let Erran introduce himself and tell you about his company. Then we'll go back and tell them what you've done for me.
Okay, right. Hi, I'm Erran. I'm a nutritional therapist, a natural health practitioner. I'm also the CEO and founder of Go Choose Detox. We are natural health solution providers, and we combine cutting-edge technology along with cleansing, detox, and lifestyle change. Now, the cutting-edge technology is a non-invasive scan we do that has a conversation with your body through your hand. We use this device to speak to your body. Your body connects with the device through the software, and it asks your body a series of questions about all your organs, and it produces a very detailed report that highlights the level of stress on your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidney. You can put your hand in there, I'll show you how it works.
Okay.
Through your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidney, your brain, your bowels, your breasts. Basically every organ is reported on, and your body makes recommendations on what it needs to bring it back into balance. And once you've got that information, we can then put you on a lifestyle change program to get your body where it needs to be. The body is a healing machine. It heals itself naturally once the environment internally is conducive to that. And we help the body to get back into that environment so that the body's able to heal itself on its own, because the body, nothing can heal the body like the body.
Great. So, Erran, this amazing machine, you don't have to take all your clothes off, you don't have to go under this big tunnel. Is it like what's that tunnel thing
The MRI.
called? The MRI. Is it similar to something like that?
It's a lot more detailed than the MRI.
Okay.
The MRI will look at images
Okay.
of the different organs. This will actually go into each individual organ individually. So you get over 100 pages of reports on each individual organ and system.
Oh my goodness.
So where you may do an MRI, for example, you may just be looking for general anything that's
and they just look for specific things.
Specific areas.
You go to a doctor and they say you need one of the MRI, and you say, doctor, check for my liver, my kidneys.
Yes.
They haven't got time, basically, for that. So this goes into, well, I remember from mine, and I sat here, I didn't tell Erran anything. I just said, I need to see you. And I came, so he said, you're going to do a bite. So I said, come in, where's the screen and all that? He's like, sit down and put your hand here. So I did. So when I put my hand there, he said, there's a problem, blah, 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 and other different parts of my body. And he said, what's happening with your hair? And I had a wig on, there's no way he would know what's going on with my hair. And, I shed a tear because I was like, wow, okay. So this is for real, and he knew I was a hairdresser. So, as I said, when he picked up certain things and, I had to change my lifestyle and he gave me the products, things just started to flourish, and then, I started coming out of my depression. I told everybody, you've got to go to him, you've got to go to him. So it's as accurate. How much percent would you say?
It's 95% accurate.
And that's a high percentage.
That's a very high percentage. I mean, majority of the clients that come to us, they come to us because they've been referred by their friends or family. After they've already been to the doctors, they've been to the specialists, they've been to Harley Street, they've had all the scans, they've had all the MRIs, they've had all the x-rays, and they've not been able to come up with a conclusive I suppose diagnosis or identify the underlying problem that has enabled them to put in place some intervention or the right medicine that's going to actually eradicate or at least provide them some long-term relief.
Let me stop you there. Yes, okay, so from the doctor, it's medicine. Your products, well, they're natural,
100%
organic.
100% natural.
And that's what I liked about it, because in my house, we haven't got no paracetamol. That my children have to hide. I don't believe in it, because up until the age of 10, I was asthmatic, I was epileptic, I was anemic. I mean, it don't show now. I love the food now. Yeah, but I had everything. My skin was like about 10 shades darker, and you know, a lot of drugs was coming my way. So I was adamant. My doctor hardly ever sees me. But when I knew that these was natural products, I'm like, that there's nothing, what can go wrong, you know? So that's what I like about your products, is that they're true to what it is, you know?
Yes, absolutely. But we find that where a lot of times people, they come to us based on their lifestyle choices. Majority of the choices are based on what they've been eating.
Right.
And what they've been eating has been having an impact on their body and having an impact on their health.
Right.
They haven't been able to attribute it to their food or their diet. They've attributed it to, well, something's gone wrong with my hair, must be something wrong with my hair. Or something's gone wrong with my skin, must be something wrong with my skin. They would never think that it's anything wrong to link to their gut,
Right.
or what they've been eating.
Right.
So most of the time, the problems that we find that people are experiencing are 90% of them are linked to their diet,
Right.
and linked to their gut. That's why I've just done a food scan. It's just finished now.
Oh, Lord. Don't, cameraman, you know, spare me, you know.
I was just completing a food scan just to show you what you've been eating.
Oh my
and what
gosh.
effect it's having on your body.
Oh, wow.
But before we go to the food scan, I'll just kind of elaborate a little bit more on the importance of using our natural food-based products. All the products that we use are 100% natural. They're all based on food.
Okay.
They're all could be used. We originally started out making juices.
Okay.
You know, help to solve problems in the body using juice.
Right.
But since we've employed the technology, we've found that we come across a lot more complex problems that juicing alone is not able to resolve.
Okay.
So we developed a range of products over the years that are based on food, but they're all 100% organic food-based supplements.
Right.
So we find that when the body receives foods that it's able to recognize, it's able to utilize those foods to help to affect repair within the body. Because when you have your diet's meant to be your medicine.
Right.
Your food is meant to be your medicine, and your medicine is meant to be your food.
Okay.
But if the food that a lot of people are eating now is not being recognized by the body, it's not going to be absorbed by the body, which is invariably going to cause an adverse reaction, which will build up inflammation, it will cause pain, it will lead to indigestion, it will lead to all manner of, digestive problems.
So a lot of these things, like people with arthritis, hip problems, we say we got to, a lot of it is it's diet related. And I heard this thing about mucus, that we've got to get as much mucus from the body.
Yes.
Because that's kind of a bacteria.
Well, yes, because each cell has got like a mucus membrane.
Right.
And the mucus sort of protects the cell from any impurities getting in. So the more impurities try to get into the cell, the more the body produces mucus.
Right.
So that's why you find people having a lot of mucus, overproduction. And that's when they start to find inflammation start to form. That will lead to pain, that will lead to aching joints.
So one thing leads to another.
Absolutely.
Right.
So where these foods that are coming in, the body's not able to recognize, it's putting a lot of pressure on the mucous membrane.
Right.
Because the cell's trying to reject or repel these foods because it doesn't recognize them.
Right.
Then the body has to think, well, what do I do with these foods? Where do I put them? Where do I store them? I can't digest them. I can't break them down. So people may end up having bloating or having digestive problems, or it ends up being stored as fat. So
so is that why, I've got a few friends who suffers from IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. Is that food related?
Absolutely, because the food is now coming to the digestive system.
Okay.
The digestive system has not recognized the food. It's now trying to digest this unrecognizable food that's not actually food. Because once it's been broken down, you actually see the raw materials, the elements that it's made from. A lot of it is genetically modified organisms. So now it can't digest this food. It's now going to try and process this food as best it can, and then to take the nutritional content, which is very minimal, and then eliminate the waste.
Right.
The waste that's meant to be eliminated is now got to go through the bowels. But because it's not in a format that the body recognizes,
it just rejects it.
It's going to reject it. It's now going to become an irritation.
Right.
Because it can't eliminate those foods through the bowels. It just starts to stay in your system. And once it's in the system, it's like when you have a dustbin that's not been emptied, it's now going to start to smell.
Right.
And that smell is going to start producing gases, and it's going to start having other, knock-on effects that will start to affect other organs.
Okay.
But predominantly, where the bowels are concerned, if the food cannot pass through the bowel then becomes irritated, and then it becomes inflamed.
Right.
So you either get irritable bowel syndrome, or you get inflammatory bowel syndrome.
Right.
So you've got food that's not been digested properly. So instead of it coming out as solid stool, it's just coming out as diarrhea. So this is why people have that long-term problem. But because they don't know it's food related, they'll be continually eating the food or ingesting the food that's causing the irritation to the bowel, and the problem becomes long-standing, because then they'll go and see the doctor. No idea it's linked to what they're eating.
So
the doctor will give them a pill.
Yeah.
The problem that caused it in the first place is still there, because they're still taking that food.
So he's trying to make it easier for you to manage.
It's getting worse.
Right.
It's getting worse because you've never actually addressed the
So
underlying problem.
masking what's really happening.
So when we do the scan, we'll scan the body to find out where the disorders are. Where are these problems coming from? What is it? Food? Is it your diet? Is it your emotions? Whatever they are, it will flag up in the scan. And then once you've got the information, we can then say, right, your problems are in your bowels, and because of your bowels, it's now affecting your liver, or it's affecting your kidney, or it's affecting your hair, because of those foods get into the bloodstream. Yeah. You've now got that toxicated. There you go.
Right.
You've now got toxic blood going to your hair. So instead of it receiving the nutrients that's going to replenish the growth, it's now going to receive non-nutrients. Right. So the hair
gets brickled and it falls.
Because the hair relies on the nutrients from your food, from your digestive system, to provide the building blocks to regenerate new follicles. Right. If it's not receiving those follicles, those building blocks from the blood, then where you generally lose 100 hairs a day, you should grow back 100 hairs every day. Yeah. Based on the nutritional composition of your diet. Yes. If you haven't got those nutritional elements in your diet, instead of you growing back 100, you might grow back 50, or grow back 40.
So that is less.
Your hair starts thinning, then it starts breaking, then eventually you start balding. Wow. So when we put you on the program, we put you on a scan first that will identify where the problem is coming from. Right. We then help you to put the intervention in place that we can start to eliminate that problem, get rid of the waste, put the right nutrients in your system. Your body then starts to receive those nutrients because it's got food that it recognizes. Right. Okay. That will then start to nourish the body, nourish the system, and that nourished blood now will now start going to the scalp and providing the essential minerals that the hair needs, and then your hair will go from 50 hairs a day to 60 hairs, and then that's how you start to
multiply.
You start seeing your hair coming back.
So interesting. I mean, so what do you suggest to people, like for instance, if they've had high blood pressure or diabetes and they've been on it for years? How do you make that transition to say, right, I'm going to get onto health, because we never advise people just to come off it.
Go one straight.
How do they make the transition? Would they kind of keep taking the tablets and then eventually, take less and less, or would you just leave that up to them? Can you have something that's too powerful, natural, to counteract with the one that's not natural?
What we find is that people are creatures of habit. Where by human nature, we're creatures of habit. Whatever we do, we always continue to do, and that keeps us in our comfort zone. Where we find that people will come to us with these long-term conditions is based on their habits and their lifestyle. So we'll do the scan and we'll identify the impact of those habits and their lifestyle on their health and their current condition. And once you've then got the information from their body, we'll then put together a lifestyle change program, which is based on 4 key principles. Our 4 key principles are what we call the Erran protocol. It's an acronym. Erran protocol is HERN. H is for hydration, E for elimination, R is for rest, and N for nutrition. Wow. So these are the 4 principles that we apply throughout the whole of their lifestyle change journey. So effectively, we help them to change their old habits and replace them with new habits based around the Erran principle. So we get them to increase their hydration by drinking, because every product they take with at least 500 mils of water. So they end up drinking between 2 and 4.5 to 5 litres a day. E for
liters, those bottles.
Yes, but you don't realise it's done very creatively. Because of the old habits, it's very hard to say start drinking water.
Can't we have too much water in?
No, not at all. The body's 80-70% water. So E for elimination, we get them to we help them to eliminate a lot of the waste that's built up in the body using the products and using the program. Then R is for rest. You've got to get them sleeping. If you're not sleeping, you're not healing. A lot of repair work takes place overnight. Blood vessels repair overnight. The brain repairs overnight. Your kidney repairs overnight. So just not sleeping will have a negative impact on your managing your high blood pressure. And then N is for nutrition. So we help them to really get a better understanding of food is food,
Okay,
but
yeah.
not everything that is food is nutrition. Because oftentimes, like you said, people shop based on taste.
Like my apple pie and custard.
There you go. That's great food, but there's zero or minimal nutritional.
Minimal, so that's going to
nutritional
go saying
content in
fat.
there. Yes. So once we get them on the Hearn protocol and making those lifestyle changes,
Right.
and creating that state of order within the body,
Okay.
people come back to us and say, oh, by the way, we're no longer taking blood pressure medication, or our blood pressure has managed to come down and it's stayed down. People come back and tell us, oh, our diabetes, our blood sugar is balanced and it's level and it stayed balanced.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to treat diabetes, we weren't trying to treat high blood pressure.
Right.
We were just putting them on the program, making the lifestyle changes,
Okay.
putting them on the Hearn protocol,
Right.
restoring order in the body, and almost as a byproduct of that process, these conditions were just
Get you, yeah.
eliminated themselves.
Right, okay.
Pain, back pain, hair was
Okay.
starting to grow, skin started to really improve, spots started to disappear,
Right.
back pain, joint pain just started to go. We weren't trying to treat any of those conditions. We weren't trying to treat their joints. We just looked at what's going on in the body. We took the information from the body. We had a discussion with them about it as to why these things are the way they are. We did a food scan like I've just done with you, and we looked at what foods are causing them problems.
Off camera.
We helped them to identify those foods so they can remove them from their diet
Goodness,
as part of their lifestyle changes,
Right.
while they're replacing them with the right type of foods that the body recognizes.
Okay.
And as I said, as a result of restoring order and creating that environment in the body that's conducive to healing, spontaneous healing and accelerated healing just took place organically. We
Right.
don't
So they naturally feel it. So when they go to their doctor and they get their reading, they'll be like, oh, this has gone down.
doctors are shocked.
So when they give them, it's not necessarily just always, it's just to manage the symptoms.
Yes.
So it just naturally goes down, even though they're taking the tablets.
Yes, they continue taking the medication. We're not medically trained, so we would never advise any client to stop taking
Yeah,
the
that's
medication.
what I want to know, yeah.
They will make that decision themselves or when they go back to their doctors, because most of the time they've gone back to their doctors and the doctors have been so astounded at how their blood pressure is so low. They sometimes will try and take the credit by saying, oh, it must be the medication you've been taking. And
You're
then
like,
the patient
no,
may say,
They've just
oh,
made basic lifestyle changes.
Yes.
With you give them vitamins. So instead of just
the
taking
right
a pill,
tools is, yes.
of just a multivitamin from a random shelf,
Yeah.
you've basically given them what you must do with the hydration.
They've
and
got all the
rest
food, they've got all the
and-
products. These
yeah.
are all the products that we use.
Right, okay.
Stuff that you've
Right.
some of you may be familiar with. Do you remember this one?
Oh my goodness, the Oxyflush. Couldn't leave. I had to cancel all my clients that day. I was like, yeah, I'm going. Oh no. So basically, with this Oxyflush,
It really
says
does right. It
what
does what it does.
yeah.
It says what it does. I mean, it does what it says. And it's a very natural product. It's pure. You know, there's no chemicals and nothing added to it. This product goes into your colon and it starts to break down all the fecal matter that's accumulated in there. That's causing like irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel. And it breaks it down and it turns it into liquid.
Right.
And you pass it out as a very gentle, watery stool. It's
Right,
not like a
okay.
diarrhea.
Yeah.
It's just a very gentle. You
yeah,
experience it.
yeah, I experienced.
And as a result of that, people find that their digestive system really starts to improve because their body's ability to absorb.
So now it's working like
It's
instead of
moving.
because it was slowed down.
Yes, and
Right,
because a lot
yeah.
of blockage was there.
Right.
So this removes all that blockage and allows the body to start functioning.
Right.
And then we use the Elixir of Life as another very powerful product that we use that really helps. to
Is
get
this
rid
the
of
powerhouse one?
yes.
Wow.
This is the one that we find that people love using
Oh
for
my
their
goodness,
hair.
yeah,
They
yeah.
love using it because it helps to get rid of parasites. This is a very good product that we use for helps to grow the hair. It helps to grow the nails. It's very good for the skin.
Right.
It's
So you mix it up with water.
With water, yes, with
Right.
500 ml of water.
Okay.
And you drink it twice a
Right,
day.
yeah.
It also helps to improve your sleep. Why it
Right.
helps to improve your sleep? Because it's got a lot of minerals. It's very rich in
Right.
silica. Silica really helps with the collagen production
Yeah,
and the
silica
elastin,
is very good,
and it
yeah.
really helps to really stimulate hair growth.
Okay.
It's also good for getting rid of heavy metals from your stomach and calming down and settling down your digestive systems. When you sleep, when you take this at night, you find you have a much deeper sleep because obviously it's
And I need that because I'm always on
the go. Yes.
Yeah.
People eat late at night, it really affects their body's ability to sleep because
wow.
all the blood
Yeah.
is now in the stomach trying to break down that food. Whereas
Okay.
instead of it being diverted to the brain or parts of the body that need repairing, it's diverted to the stomach, which is going to interfere with your sleep because it's going to take a lot of your energy away that
Right.
your body should be using to produce more serotonin. which
Oh,
is a
so that's
hormone
why
that
when
we-
you eat late at night and you can't sleep straight away. So
It's
what is
because-
the latest time?
The latest meal you shouldn't really eat after 7,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
a light meal at that.
Yeah.
Because you've got most of your digestive enzymes have basically gone into a different cycle. Because your body's now going into repair cycle. It's not in digestive cycle anymore. It's in repair mode.
Right.
So if you had a big meal at 8, 9 o'clock, then you go to bed when your body's in repair mode.
Oh my God! So we have this thing in Jamaica we call itis. So I won't say them. So itis when you just feel no sleepy and
Yes.
you're just like
Yes, because the body's having to work so hard, it's taking energy away from you. Instead of giving you energy, it's taking energy away. So those are just a couple of the products that we use. The vitamin C obviously is a very powerful
Yes,
vitamin C.
yeah,
It's
vitamin
from
C
camu
is
berry.
okay.
Very good to boost your collagen.
Right.
It's also good for your skin. And it's a vitamin C complex. So it's not just a normal synthetic vitamin C. It's from the camu berry. So it has your beta carotene, it's got your flavonoids, it's got your polyphenols, all the things that the body needs from a complete plant. So the body recognizes it as a plant-based vitamin. Then we have like the Ultra Detox. This is bitter.
When we was younger, our parents always, every week, we used to have this bitter thing. I can taste it now. It was like a red drink, and they said, "Get rid of the worms."
Yes.
You know, worms. You know.
And that's the thing that
wow.
gives people cravings.
So we literally do have our parents wasn't making it up. We do have worms.
Many of them. Thousands.
Is that from all the fruit that we don't wash off, and it's just
these things they happen naturally in the body as a result of your diet. So if you've got too much foods going into your gut, your body will then start to produce a lot more bad bacteria because it feeds your gut flora, which will then mean instead of you having good bacteria which feed off your right type of foods, you've got a lot of bad bacteria which are feeding off the sugar that you're having. So now you've got an imbalance in your gut. So you start giving rise to a lot more cravings. And when you have too many cravings, you're now going to give rise to parasites. Because these parasites are now going to start to form, and these are going to now start to give you even more cravings. So these are all the things that are behind people getting up in the night and saying, I fancy something sweet. They'll go into the cupboard, they'll go into the fridge and want to eat some biscuits.
So, as our parents said, we have worms.
You got worms, yes, they are real true worms.
That's
so this is the wormwood
serious.
content in here. We have 3 different types of wormwood in here. So it's a very, very powerful dewormer of your gut. So people find that when they're taking these products, they don't find that they have the cravings as much. They don't find they have such a need for food. So we get them to really follow a lifestyle or a diet of 1 meal a day. They think, oh my God, I'm going to survive on 1 meal a day. But when they start doing the program, and having all the hydration and having all this is food.
So what else do they have around
They have
one
juices.
meal?
They have juices during the day. But because these are all food, these are not the supplements. These are actually food, but they're in liquid form because these are all botanical based. They're all plant based products. So these are all food. But rather than have the digestive system have to extract the nutritional content from them, it's already almost like it's been pre-digested. So we're resting the digestive system to allow it to repair. And your body's still able to receive all the nutrients, but in liquid form. So people find that it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't eaten, but I don't feel hungry. And I have more energy than I've ever had. Where normally they would have had maybe breakfast and a little bit of lunch.
Everything, you know, so
that's just a few of the products to get you an idea. So let's get back onto your scan.
I
quickly did a food scan. I'm just quickly running through some of the things that come through. So I just basically did a quick scan. I just asked your body about 500 foods to see which foods you may be ingesting that unbeknown to you are causing you problems or are causing stress to the body. So if somebody was have like irritable bowel syndrome, these, or if you had irritable IBS, these will be some of the foods that will be causing that irritation to your bowels. God forbid.
I haven't got IBS, but I know people that have.
So so it's listed all the 500 foods in order. It doesn't mean everything on here you eat, but any food that you do identify, it's something that your body would have recommended as something that's causing a lot of stress that you need to now remove it from your diet.
No way.
To allow your body to recover from it.
Oh my goodness.
So the top food, let's just get some reference points here. Now. So your range is 10.4. That's your tolerance range. So anything above 10.4 is considered out of range. So these are the numbers here that represent how far out of range, how far away from 10.4 they are. So the top food for you at 426 is black eyed peas.
Oh my goodness, that's my rice and peas, my Jamaican rice and peas. Are you telling me that I can't eat my rice and peas?
Just for a little while, because what your body's saying to you now is that you've had enough of rice and peas.
I've overindulged.
You've overindulged. So now you just give it something different. So that's why they say variety. Spice of life. We're meant to eat about 90 different foods, but we tend to have about 10. And we have them over and over
and
over again.
Overindulged.
So now the body's saying, no more black eyed peas for you for now.
What? Oh my goodness.
Then you've got things like iceberg lettuce. Do you have a lot of iceberg lettuce?
Yeah, I like my lettuce in, my salads and,
So now you want to, rotate it, maybe use some different type of lettuce now, so maybe some greens, use some spinach or use some kale, just to incorporate a little bit more variety so you're not just overloading the body with too much of the same type of food. You've got
beetroot, I love beetroot.
And beetroot's actually got a minus next to it, and that's 290.
So what does that mean?
That means that every time you have beetroot, although these are all stressors, Where it's got a minus next to it, it means it's stressing you, but it's also weakening you. So every time you have beetroot, not only is it stressing the body, it's also having a weakening effect on your immune system. Because your body's having to now compensate for the additional stress that's been provided by that
that's really interesting.
Of the beetroot. So just you removing those two foods from your diet will have a significant impact on your body's ability to heal itself.
Until the body balances up. You're not saying I'm allergic to it.
No, not at all.
You're just saying the body's just
it's had too much of it. Yes.
My rice and peas, man. Erran. Oh my goodness.
So you've got beetroot, then you've got beets, you've got ice cream.
Yeah, I've had a bit of ice cream.
Fructose corn syrup, that's like your fruit juices.
Yeah.
Hydrogenated oils, it's like biscuits.
Goodness, yeah.
Breaker's yeast, that's like bread. And these cause a lot of blockage in your stomach and in your gut in particular as well, because of the yeast content. You've got things like horseradish, you may not eat that. You've got calamari, you've got apricots, buckwheat, that's more bread again.
Right.
American cheese.
Right, oh my gosh.
You've got some lactose in there, Parmesan cheese. You have a lot of cheese.
Yeah, I do. I've had a lot of cheese in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so that's basically your body's, trying to tell you to really cut down on some of these foods because it's saying it's had too many of them. Okay. And because obviously a lot of them, it's like cheese is formed by bacteria.
Okay.
Because of the fermenting process.
Yeah.
So when that cheese links up with the other bacteria that's already in your system, if you've already got an imbalance of good and bad bacteria, and you've now got a food that's based on bacteria, meets up with those foods, it's now going to form that quality, make it even bigger and stronger. So it's just little things like this that you get to know, and it helps you to have that information to know how to make an informed decision about how you make your dietary selections, your dietary choices. So now I'm going to quickly ask the body what it needs. I've just done a quick food scan. I'm going to ask the body what it needs. I'm going to go into the balancer section now.
So this is like one part.
That's just one part.
Right, okay.
Yes,
so you do the food one, then you do what's going on with the stressors.
We'll find out all your organs, we'll find out what's happening with your heart, your lungs. That's a general scan that we do.
This is pretty deep.
We can ask you to look at your emotions. In fact, we quickly do your emotions.
Oh my gosh, I'm stressed.
Let's have a look, see what's going on.
I've got 3 kids, 3 different parts of England.
You can put your hand on there for me again.
Oh my goodness.
This one takes a few seconds. So now let's load up all the emotions in there. I'm going to ask the body what emotional stressors are causing the problems.
I am stressed.
Okay, the top stressor coming for you at 487 is afraid.
Oh my goodness!
That means that's something that you've experienced in the past that you don't want to experience again in the future.
Yeah, yes.
The second one, and that's quite high at 437. Then
wow.
Anger, so a lot lower at 39.3. And then despair, then empathy, then fulfillment, and then anger.
How do you identify afraid and anger? What is that? Is that
anger is afraid. Let's look at afraid, because afraid is different from fear.
So is it similar to if you do like a lie detector?
Absolutely. That's the best way to describe it. It's a little bit like a lie detector. So
goodness, one of my clients is Trisha Goddard. Trisha, you'll identify with this then. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's how people describe it. It is a bit like taking a lie detector, but just specifically aimed at your body, based on your body.
Oh wow.
So afraid is something that, again, it's different from fear, because fear is based on the unknown, things that you've not experienced.
Right.
But afraid is something that you have experienced, because it's something that you know, and you don't want to go through it again.
So it's kind of, you're anxious about something.
Yes, that you've already experienced.
Totally
relate to that.
Yeah, with what I'm going through.
Okay.
Right now.
So I'll quickly move on to our last. I can get some affirmation for you based on that, that situation, but we'll maybe leave that to another time. So I'm going to quickly ask your body now what it needs to bring your body back into balance, which will also give us
this is quite deep. It's like, wow.
Much more deeper insight into exactly what the problem is trying to resolve. So now I'm going to ask your body, what do you need to get you back into
balance?
Into balance, and to get your health where it needs to be. Okay, so interestingly enough, the top product that's coming for you is liquid oxygen.
Okay. Then
some fiber. So it's asking for your body's asking for more fiber.
Right.
Which suggests that you may have a problem with your bowels.
Yeah.
Your eyes, IMAX. It's asking for help with your eyes.
Right.
That's something to do with your eyes.
I'm finding it lately that I'm kind of
struggling a little bit to read things.
Yeah, but again, somebody who's eye. What is it connected to? To your eyes being strained on something? Has people been healed from these products with their eyesight?
Eyes will start to deteriorate just from simply having lack of sleep or sleeping late, because one of the things that come up for you at the bottom.
And on the computer and things like that.
On the computer, for long hours. Vitamin C is coming up really high for you. That your body really needs vitamin C. your sleep's coming for you, so that there's some issue with your sleep. How's your sleep at the moment?
Yeah, it's up and down. I travel from Birmingham to London. I spend half the week here and there, you know, so yeah, my sleep is kind of all over the place.
Those are quite closely related. So it's asking for help with your sleep, because your body said it needs more help with sleep. And also, again, it's asking for another support for your eyes. This is Eye Restore. And they're quite closely related, because if you're not sleeping, your eyes aren't resting. If your eyes aren't resting, that means they're not healing, they're not recovering. So your eyes should be repaired. As you go to bed at night, your body will, 9 o'clock, the body starts to shut you down. By 10 o'clock, you start nodding off because your body's ready to start repairing the brain. So by 10:30, the glue will start to form on your eyes. That means your body starts to keep you in that state of sleep, so it can start to repair you. So by the time you wake up in the morning, when it's completed this whole repair cycle, the glue will clear away and your eyes will fall open by 6 7 in the morning. But if you wake up in the morning and you've still got the glue in your eyes, that means the body hasn't concluded its repair cycle. So the body's designed to heal itself naturally, and it does it every single day. So when we put you on a program, we identify all the things that you're doing that's preventing your body from performing its natural job of healing you and keeping you up. So then you can remove those things. We put the right foods in, and your body then starts to receive
but you've got to do, and because as I said, my mom died of ovarian cancer. But I know that her body was telling her something. There's always a sign.
That's right.
Where the body's out of balance for different things that's happening in the body.
Absolutely right.
Goodness,
the body knows everything that it needs, but nobody ever gives the body a chance to speak. So we're now giving the body that opportunity to say exactly what it needs and what's going on and what it requires to restore.
So you don't really get that much history from the person, because obviously we don't know.
Need to. I mean, some people.
So this tells a story. I've been going at, we've basically come on camera and this is exactly what's happening. And recognizing that I've been eating rice and peas, there's a shop called One Stop, and I'm just like addicted, that we know the owner. So when we've done a couple of events, then we just say, right, okay, me and my business partner there, Viv, we just go there, we eat our rice and peas, but we've overindulged.
Yes. And the body's trying to tell you that, you need to give us something different now, because I've taken all the nutrients that I can take from that rice, I've taken all the nutrients that I can take from those peas. I now need a different set of foods that can give me a different set of nutrients that can perform some other functions. So maybe you can look at replacing that with some quinoa. You can have quinoa, which is a very, very rich grain.
So a balanced diet.
Absolutely.
You don't say cut out, it's just balance.
Balance, you can cut out for a period of time, just so you can allow the body to absorb everything that it needs to absorb from that particular food and to utilize it. Because if you don't utilize it, it's just going to store it.
So meal plan is.
Yes, it's having a more varied diet. So I'll just quickly ask your body just a general scan to get a general picture of all the areas that are under stress.
All my business out, but you know what? We've all got something going on.
Absolutely. And the top stress that's coming up for you at the moment is your joints.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's probably my weight.
Okay. So your joints are under stress. Then your adrenals, your adrenal glands, so it's like you're in a state of high alert.
Right.
Where especially if you're not resting, and your stress levels are quite high.
Yeah, I've got an event coming up, so I'm kind of like, I've been from one event to the other, so we've had 3 major events, I'm just on the go.
So your adrenals are really stretched at the moment. Yeah. They're trying to let you know that they need a little bit of time to recover, to recuperate, because obviously your adrenals are like your reserves of the body. So when you're in a situation where you're really tired and you're on your way home, and maybe somebody accosts you in a dark alley, the adrenaline will give you that strength to either fight or flight. So when the danger's left you, you're now still in that same state of fight or flight. So you're basically living on your reserves.
Right.
So you'd always be in that heightened state of awareness, which then puts a strain on your body's resources, because when they want to rest and recover, now that the stress has actually been removed, it doesn't get the opportunity to do that.
Right. Okay.
And that's when people start, moving into that area of, blood pressure rising.
Goodness. Well, this is what's thyroid? What's that say?
Thyroid. This is the hormones. This is your glands.
Is that okay?
It's come up as it's under a little bit of stress. Electromagnetic radiations come up. Your foods have come up again.
Right. Okay.
Before you check your foods, because you see what the food is.
Yeah, my diet's all over the place.
It's really high. Your small intestines come up. There's an issue with the small intestine.
Yeah.
Your skin's also come up. Yeah, and your hypothalamus gland that's in the brain that regulates all your cycles in your body. So your sleep cycles, your temperature, your weight, how your body metabolizes food. These are all under stress at the moment. So your body's in a high state of stress at the moment. The radiation is another big one, because obviously people take the phone, using the phone a lot.
Yeah.
That's put a huge strain on the body. The
emotions are not too bad.
Emotions are quite low.
I'm quite in control.
Good.
Of my emotions. Like I will want to just murder everybody on one day, and the next day I'm like, let's have a cup of tea.
Okay.
And sometimes my kids are like, you know, I'm very spiritual.
Sure.
Very spiritual. So emotions, that's, you know, when I say spiritual, I just leave it to God. If I can't fix it, I'm not worried. My mum says, you don't worry about nothing.
That's the right way. Yeah. That's the right way. It gives you a way to cope, so you're not letting the stress always get on top of you. So you've got things like, you know, your digestive enzymes. Again, if you're having food that's always, you know, baked, fried, cooked, steamed, boiled, grilled, you've killed all the enzymes.
Right.
So the body's ability to recognize that food is greatly reduced. So therefore, it's going to put a lot of strain on the body to digest it.
My diet, I've got to get under control. Because as you get older as well, things don't work as quick.
As effectively, yes.
But it can, if it's under control, as much as a 20-year-old.
Yes, and you can do that easily, because the body's always trying to maintain you in that state. So I'm going to incorporate a few products that will help you to really, you know, boost your body's ability to manage the stress. The top thing that came up for you was liquid oxygen.
Okay.
So that's one of our key products. It's going to increase the oxygen levels in your blood. You just literally take that, a few drops of it every day in 500 ml of water.
Right.
That's how you're going to increase your hydration. We're also going to give you some oxyflush to use. It's going to really clean your colon, because obviously where you've got a lot of blockage, it's going to make you feel a lot more sluggish. It's going to slow you down, because the digestive system is always working, taking a lot of energy away. So this will help to release a lot of energy and to free up a lot of immune system that's clogged up, trying to manage the bacteria that's accumulated in your gut, because your bowels have not been able to remove enough of the waste. This really helps to speed up that process.
These are all organic.
These are all natural, 100% natural products. Then we're also going to give you some brain juice. Brain juice is a very powerful product. It's a very, very popular product, because it's made of pure botanicals, all plant-based, that help to really increase the blood flow to your brain. They really help to increase your cognitive function, help to improve your memory, they help you to manage whatever stress levels you're coping with for the day. If you haven't got the brain capacity, you're tired, you become very irritable, you become very irritated quickly. But when you have your brain function at optimal levels, because you've got enough blood supply, you've got enough oxygen
so
to the brain.
Concentration and everything.
Yes, you can concentrate, you can handle, you can function, you can manage your day-to-day activities a lot more effectively. Then we're definitely going to give you the elixir of life, because it's going to help you to manage your cravings, because obviously we're going to try and stop you from, you know, eating some of those foods that you shouldn't eat. But you can't do it by yourself. So you have to have something that's going to help you internally. That's going to remove those worms. That's going to. You know,
so is this as good as? Because probably about once a year I get a colonic.
Yes.
Is it as good?
10 times better than a colonic.
Wow. A
colonic is like a one-time quick wash. This is daily. You take this one daily. It does your large intestine and the small intestine. So it's going to really go in a lot deeper and remove a lot of waste, but over a period of time.
Remove everything with
as opposed to a quick wash. So a quick wash, you wouldn't wash your body once for the month or for the year. You wash your body daily. So with the colon, because it's had an accumulation of a lot of waste built up over years, even when you do a colonic, they always recommend you coming back for about 3 or 4.
Right.
This one, you do this for 5 days, you have a break for 2 days to make sure your bowels are able to function and do their thing by themselves. Then you go back on it. So you use it for about 3.5 weeks, 21 days to really give yourself a good, you know, deep cleanse.
Yeah, but when you suggest you do that, suppose you work
every
or
night.
Whatever, or at night time.
Yes. Everybody that uses our program, they all have different professions. We have judges, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have teachers. These are people that are very in high demand. The reason why we do it as a lifestyle change is because it's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. It's not a regime. It's not a regimen that is going to just follow, you know, very rigidly. There's a lot of flexibility. The one thing that we say, or the 2 things that are prescriptive that you must do, number 1, you must take each product with 500 ml of water. That's how you increase your hydration.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that would just.
Number 2, you must take the prescribed amount of times it's required to take it. If it's once a day, you take it once a day. If it's twice a day, you take it twice a day. Once you have the foods and the minerals and the nutrients that they contain within your body, within your system, your body will recognize them and it will know exactly what to do with them, and they will bring about the desired effect.
Okay.
That's why the lifestyle change. So when you take it, it's entirely up to you.
Right.
As long as you get them in.
Yeah.
With the required amounts of water.
Yeah.
Lots of flexibility. The last 2 I'm going to recommend for you. One is the Ultra Detox, which is going to really help to tonify your digestive system. It's going to help with your liver, help with the kidney. It's going to help to cleanse your digestive system. It's got a lot of things like your dandelion, your burdock. It's got your wormwood in there. It's got your black seed oil. It's got your turmeric, your curcumin. To really help to get rid of any inflammation. It's anti-inflammatory. It's antibacterial. It's antiseptic. It's just a very, very powerful tonic that's going to really help to stimulate your digestive system to work a lot more effectively. So all your bloating will start to disappear very quickly.
And very quickly, because I mean, there's a common thing between women, you know, my age, and I don't think I've started mine yet, menopause. Is that all to, obviously I know the body's changing and everything like that. How can you minimize like the symptoms of all that, the hot flushes? Is that possible, or is that
absolutely? Absolutely. I mean, because obviously the body's been subject to those, you know, the diet and your dietary choices that you had for a continuous period of time, especially things like soy type food products. These really interfere with your endocrine system, they interfere with your hormone production. So when your body starts to produce too many hormones, you start getting overproduction of heat or overstimulation of the receptors that are responsible for heat. Then you've got the cooling system. That's not, hence you'll get the hot flushes, you'll get the variations in temperature that are very extreme. So again, once you start to restore order into the body's ability to manage those hormonal changes is greatly enhanced, is greatly improved. So you'll find that the hypothalamus, which is like the air traffic control of the body, is stimulated so it can start to work a lot more effectively and start to help you to manage while you're going through those hormonal changes.
You say you're not medically trained, but you understand how the body works. There's, as I say, everybody, we've all got the same organs. You understand how it works, and that's the thing, you know, why I can really relate to know that you know what you're giving us. You've researched the product and what, you know, the dandelion, the vitamin C, what it does to the body. So you're just channeling it in wherever where it's going, because there's a thing, there's overdosing with certain things, you know, where it doesn't, because obviously anything that's too much, it will just
defeats the object.
Right. Okay.
So we don't want to treat that, because we don't want to treat the symptoms. We don't want to treat your menopause. We want to empower the body with the tools.
Turn, which is H for hydration, E
for elimination,
right,
R for rest,
right,
and N for nutrition.
Okay, so let's turn it out.
Absolutely.
Turn it out.
Absolutely.
So you can catch Erran. What's your website?
Our website is gojuicedetox.com. www.gojuicedetox.com. We're on Facebook, the same name, Go Juice Detox. We're also on Instagram, Go Juice Detox. Go Juice Detox is
Go Juice Detox. Let's repeat. Go Juice Detox. Go Juice Detox. Remember that. So I'm doing an event called Curl Friends Spa Weekend. If you've got straight hair, you still can come. You can come. Just, you know, we're having a conference, because I'm a hairdresser. We're going to address issues about hair, you know, when you're losing your hair, you know, how to handle your hair. Erran's going to be there with his computer and his fancy mouse. You put your palm on, and he's going to be reading that. And the great thing about this event is that we're going to be there from Friday to Sunday, so you can digest what's going on.
Yes.
You don't just get it, I've got to go.
Yes.
You actually could just write, and then you'll be there all weekend.
Absolutely. Apart
from he's going to be in the gym and round, maybe playing a bit of golf.
Please.
He's going to be in Daventry, and if you want to experience this, and you know, sometimes you just need to get away. You just need to get away. It's in a country area where you're going to be around some positive people. But this, it's changed my life.
With the program, this is going to be at your breakfast, lunch and tea for the next 21 days. I forgot to add in the Girl Power. This is a very powerful product to really help to boost
Girl
energy.
Power?
Girl Power. It's a very good product.
Not
really
Spice Girls.
Again, natural products. It's got your black maca in there, it's got your amino acids in there, it's got your camembert, your vitamin C, It really helps to boost your energy, and really helps, again, it's got biotin, it's very rich in B vitamins, so biotin is very good for the hair and the nails. But these all products added together, they're going to really help to provide the building blocks and the tools that your body needs to restore order internally. You can have this is going to be your products during the day. Along with this, you have your juices. I encourage you to make a lot of juice and smoothies. And then you have your 1 meal a day for the evening. This is food during the day, but it's in liquid form. So you're resting your digestive system. It's not really solid food. But you will have your smoothies during the day to support that. In the evening, we have what we call our spinach platter. It's a lovely enzyme-rich meal, because everybody was asking for enzymes. The spinach platter it's a lovely meal. You cover it with a plate with a bed of raw spinach. You put some cherry tomatoes around the side, some cucumber slices, and you have a lovely nice piece of avocado on the side. And then you drape that with some olive oil or some hemp seed oil. Then you have like a nice piece of fish, grilled fish or roast fish. But don't roast it too first. And then instead of the rice and peas, you have some quinoa.
Why not in tinfoil?
Because the aluminium really gets into the blood, it gets into the system, and it starts to wreak havoc with your brain.
I like the greaseproof paper.
Greaseproof paper is much better.
Yeah,
Very good alternative.
Okay.
Use the greaseproof paper rather than aluminium, because aluminium is shredded up with the heavy metals. And when you have too many heavy metals in your gut, it then gives rise to parasites. And parasites are now going to bring more cravings. Alright, so we'll see you once you started your program. We'll see you again in another 4 weeks, or 21 days. We say 4 weeks in case you're going to take some time to adjust.
And then we can compare.
Yes,
Yeah.
you need to do another comparison.
Excellent, love it.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.